Hello and welcome to another video. In this video I'm drawing again a picture of Anis because I'm testing out some concepts and whatnot, and also I needed to warm up a little bit. So yeah, this is just a small project of mine, and yeah, I've been a little bit busy. I moved to a new apartment. Also, I have a birthday in 2 days, which is like 29th of April. Is it in 2 days? Yes, it's in 2 days. I'm absolutely correct about this. And I will be turning 22, meaning I will become very old. And I have achieved nothing in life. But I'm hoping that my age crisis goes over. I have a feeling that it will, at least I hope. Ever since I turned 19, I swear I've had an age crisis, and a serious age crisis. I look in front of the mirror and I look for wrinkles. Not even kidding, it's been awful. And I just have this gut feeling that now that I turned 22, something may change, you know. I may be able to let go of this feeling of underachievement and insecurity. But not about that. I have an actual topic for this video, and that is art theft. And no, this video is not the same as everything else that you ever hear and read and see. This video is not about, oh, you know, art theft is bad, don't do it. Of course it's bad, don't do it. But I want to focus on a little bit different aspect, because I don't want to say everything that everyone else has already said, so I'm gonna take a different approach. And I want to talk about normies, internet culture, and art theft. Okay? And this is from the fact that I've been reading for Expressure. It's a Twitter account where people can post things that people do to try to make artists draw for free or something like that. I like it, except there's few things that I've noticed is that artists, we tend to be super defensive of our work to the point where we are overly defensive. And what I mean by it is that, like, normal people who just go to the internet, they don't really understand copyright. They may not even really know about it other than the basics. They don't, like, internet culture, or the sort of meme culture, whatever you want to call it. It's the sort of endless sharing. Okay, in internet you share everything, memes, pictures, videos, whatever. Someone is going to take your work and post it to some other website, be like, hey, this is a great work. Now, yes, that is an art theft. You take something from someone and don't give it credit or ask for permission. Yes, it's an art theft. But is it really an end of the world? Don't get me wrong, if someone is using your art to advertise their product, or trying to sell your work, or using your work in any kind of way to generate profit, then yes, go up to their ass. I mean, I would be the first one to take this person down, but I just feel like as an artist, we sort of shouldn't kind of demand that every normal person who is not an artist, that they know the sort of etiquette. Because a normie is gonna be like, you're gonna go to a person and be like, hey, you stole this work. And they're like, wait, what? No, I didn't. And you're like, yes, you did. You took it without permission. This person's like, yeah, but you always share stuff on the internet. I didn't do anything. I just found this picture on Google and it was nice, so I used it as my profile picture. It's not really stealing. Like, you can understand that if a person is not an artist, they don't understand the concept that is an art theft. They don't really see the harm. And to make another point, I don't either. Like, you as an artist, if you're an artist, you don't want someone to use your work as a profile picture or use as any kind of decoration, you're totally free to do that. It's your choice, but personally I don't consider it to be end of the world. I sometimes see people using mostly fan art that I make as their profile picture, and I'm just like, lol, that's mine. I don't really go to that person and be like, credit, I want fucking credit, or remove that picture. I'm just like, well, whatever, you know, no one is trying to sell it, or, you know. I've even had people who like take my art and have turned it into like video thumbnail, and I'm just like, lol, that's my picture. I'm not, as long as it's not used to generate profit or anything, I'm just kind of like, I don't really mind, you know. I don't want to start wars with people, because I personally just consider it not to be very good advertisement. Like, as an artist, you again have your own free will, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. But just from my point of view, I don't really see what's the benefit of starting a war with people about what I consider to be rather irrelevant. Like, if someone uses my picture, say they make an anime music video, which is like AMV, and they use my fan art there. Okay, I may be like, hey, could you maybe give me credit? You know, that picture is mine. And, you know, they probably will. I mean, if they don't, then I'm probably like, lol, I'm just gonna do a copyright claim, just because I would piss that person off. But, like, you know, you can always ask. I mean, sure, if you don't want your picture used, you can ask it to be removed. But personally, I don't consider something like, now, this has never really happened. Like, I've never found a anime music video using my picture in there. I've had my picture used as profile pictures. I've even seen someone in YouTube comments and be like, hey, that picture looks familiar. Oh, it's mine. But I've never found my picture in YouTube videos. Like, if I did, I would probably be like, hey, I would probably just comment like, hey, I actually made that picture, just so you know. Wink wink, come to my channel. But I wouldn't make a huge deal about it. Just like, I don't know, I really think that we need to kind of find the sort of common bridge, or the common ground with the people who just like sharing and creating. Like, someone making a harmless YouTube video with your picture on it, sure, you don't want your picture used, and if the person puts up a fight, if you're like, hey, I made that, could you give me a credit? And they're like, well, no, I got it from Google, I'm not giving you credit for shit. Then yeah, I'm just like, well, if you're gonna give me that attitude, then I'm gonna come back at you with that same attitude and be like, okay, I'm filing a copyright claim. Yeah, but if the person is totally okay, or maybe didn't see your message or whatever, I don't really think it's something to fight over. And this is just me, because I see it in, like, when I read artists like for exposure, it just, you see all these things that to me seem kind of petty. Like, what is the benefit that you get from that for starting that fight? Like, it's not really away from you. Like, in some cases it may even boost you, because some people may really like the picture and be like, hey, I want to know who this artist is. Sure, it sucks if you don't have, or it sucks if you're not giving credit. Yes, if someone is like, hey, I really like that picture and I would like to know an artist, but you know, you are not being credited, so yes, it would piss me off too. But you can also think of it as this way: if the person would have never used your artwork without your permission, yada yada yada, then that person who shows even interest towards your work would have never known that you even exist. So just my 2 cents about this topic. Sure, leave a comment, tell me how you feel, but just personally, I like to give the sort of other side of the view, because I really think that we as an artist, we expect too much from other people who are not like us. We expect them to know everything about copyright. Like, I consider myself to be very well versed in copyright. I believe that I can defend myself when it comes to arguments about copyright, but I don't still expect people who don't do any kind of content to really know about it. And if you want your artwork to be removed, you don't want it to be used, maybe don't take such an hostile approach. That's another thing I see, is artists being really rude and offensive. Like, not offensive, but like, they are very, well, hostile. Okay, so maybe a nicer approach would be better. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye bye!